Back into the intro.
There's an intro?
We have an intro?
We have an intro?
We're gonna figure out the intro when we get to the intro.
I'm afraid to know about
Alright.
What's the intro? We'll figure it out when we get there.
That's the intro.
Hello, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shut up. Content warning, everything said here is a joke. Please do not take it seriously.
This is the intro.
Hello everybody, welcome. This is session 1 of the very first campaign called the Dragonfly's Net. Not Nest, not whatever anybody else misheard it as, the Dragonfly's Net. We're going to go in a circle, introduce each of the players, and whatever they want to say about their characters. Dominic, you go first.
I go first.
I don't know, we're going clockwise.
Robot, go.
Want to go anti-clockwise? We can go counterclockwise.
Anti-clockwise.
Okay. Jake, you go first.
My name is Rich.
Hold up your mini towards the camera.
It's not the first one, but it's not the best one either.
No, you want me to hold that closer?
Sure, you want to hold it? Go ahead.
Oh, wait.
He's a good old Goliath. That's an artificer. He's weak as all hell. He's not really good at much besides crafting stuff. He's also very jokey in a way. He's gonna do some crazy stuff like first thing he can though.
Yeah, we probably should shut up.
Typically wear a cloak or a nice jacket on. But that's really all. You'll see more on Patreon or something. I don't know. Alex is gonna take it.
I'm playing Wunda. I'm gonna do a Moon Knight Fiddle.
Oh, there it
Full.
That's it, really.
I'm like 7 foot tall. Like my head is 7 foot tall.
Big rock man.
Very rocky.
Big Walkman.
Big rock man,
Inspired by Goans.
This is Captain J. He is a traveling merchant or a salesman. He is the bard of creation because he likes to be festive.
Oh, frog.
And he's a literal giant frog who is 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
I'm going to be playing a little character named Revelo. He is a warcaster, which is a custom class from Bold Inspirer's Secrets if you want to check it out. Awesome book I recommend for an expansion if you want it.
Oh, it's my
But
turn?
he's a warcaster basically masquerading as a fighter.
Dog.
I am playing BA5, also known as Brass. It is a cleric. A warforged cleric. Who is a robot. I don't really...
It's a robot that believes in God.
Not necessarily.
I am everything there is and everything there isn't. I am God. Now that everybody's been introduced.
Reginald wakes up with a dragon in front of him.
Alright.
Oh.
We will start off with Captain J, who currently, you said you're a traveling salesman. You've been sat down in this specific city for a while at this point. You took up a temporary job while you're living here in the Spirit Way Gate district towards the southeast side of the city. You help relegate when the water gate is open or closed to let passing ships leave. Shut. Y'all want to reference the map? We can reference the map later. About around this time yesterday, someone appeared at the where you are currently housed and gave you a letter with a wax seal coated in painter's gold. You opened it and it said that you are to be summoned to the castle and you have to have the envelope in hand at around noon.
What time is it currently?
It says midday, evening, afternoon.
I said noon.
Yes.
Well,
noon in the morning or noon at night?
Well, yeah.
There is no noon at night.
Yes, there is. It's called
Has the sun
midnight.
reached its apex or has it not?
It's about 10:30 right now because between like noon and let's say around 2 is like peak traffic time in the city. So if you want to get from where you are all the way to the castle, you're gonna have to leave kind of early.
Could you say that in sundial terms?
You say that? No.
After
No.
Apex or
Could you say that in Internet?
In the middle of the apex.
incredible.
Now Animal Crossing language.
Sundial.
But there is no shadow.
Oh.
So you're currently getting stuff ready to. You have like a small pack. You don't know what you've been summoned for.
Alright, so I'm going like craft a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I can have some new stuff to bring in and not some stuff I've gathered along the travels.
Craft stuff like. You have any ideas?
Some jewelry, like some bracelets, necklaces.
You're gonna show
maybe
you,
an earring
You're
or
gonna
two.
show up maybe like a little like dressed up.
Yeah, I'll dress a little bit up. I'm gonna have my nice jacket on.
Alright.
And probably a new scarf.
Okay. While you are getting dressed up and ready, it's just a little peek into what you're doing. We're gonna go over to Dominic's character. Dominic's character is closer to the castle, but you are outside of the gate on the west side of the city in the Winerise district. You wake up in a random alley with a cobbled street, a lantern that went out a while ago, and a few, let's say about 20 feet to your left, deeper into the alley, you see an envelope on the ground. It hasn't been opened yet.
Brass walks up, takes it up.
Yes.
We're gonna roll an intelligence check.
4.
Is it cardboard?
6. I automatically assume it's for me.
Okay. You assume the unopened envelope is for you. You wake up, you're like, huh,
Mine? This is obviously for me.
how did you know where I was?
How did you figure?
It's a mimic you got.
I pick it up, I open the up.
Yeah. Alright, you open it up. It is addressed to a name that is not yours. And it tells you the exact address and the exact time
I
that
changed the name of the envelope to mine.
you know what? You use your finger and I'm assuming your hands are made of brass.
Yeah.
Alright, you use your brass finger and you rub it against the paper and it kind of smudges out the name just enough to where now it kind of just more so kind of looks like brass. You squint a little bit, tilt your head.
That's it.
Turn it upside down.
Turn it upside down.
Yeah.
In my life.
Turn it like
Elaborate.
90 degrees,
I flat
tilt your
like
head.
I write in like 5-year-old language brass.
Really big. It's really big. You gotta erase it twice. It's
Yeah.
too big. It overlaps the words.
And it says that you are to come to the castle at noon. It is currently 11:30. You have half an hour,
How far away is the castle?
depending on what route
3
you
day
take.
40 minutes away.
Depending on what route you take, you don't have a mode of transportation to get there, so you're gonna have to walk, run, however you go about. You gotta start running, bud.
Speed. I think what happens is I just like my limbs come, my ribs go through and come out. My back is spider legs, and just start sprinting.
Oh.
Like for
Are
me?
you doing this down the alleyways? Or are you doing this in broad daylight?
Whatever's faster.
I don't know.
Whatever's faster. Good
Why
lord.
not do some roof hopping?
Just like
I think
crawl the
halfway
house.
through it, I just like some random child's gonna watch this thing just climb up on the roofs and just start.
It's like running on the walls.
Yeah.
You give at least 7 different children nightmares.
I'm gonna
for
go roll an
the
athletics
week.
check on that.
Okay.
Damn.
12? Middle of the road.
You stumble. You slip a lot of it, but you have just enough of a grip to not
How
completely
much
fall off the
collateral
building and break
damage?
something.
Ten.
Lots of roofs are missing shingles at this point. Once you're tracked down, you will probably be fined. But that's not. A lot of people are scared to look at you. That's not going to be for.
I
a
put
bit.
in spider legs. I'm on the roof and just start like running.
Okay. Yes.
Do I have to roll a performance check to see if my creations were good or not?
Is it a part of your class review?
Potentially, we'll put that off for a bit now.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, Aiden's character, Revelo.
Yep.
He's known for at least probably about half a week at this point that he was going to be summoned.
Pretty much.
Your family, like, you're...
They're
When it
bad
comes
guys.
to nobility, you guys are low on the ladder, but you guys are relatively well known and respected, so you got your letter a little bit early, so you've known about this. You still don't know what you're being summoned for. So you're, once again, same situation. It's directed, not directly to you, but to your family. So any one of your family members could have gone, but you have been sent.
Yeah.
Same information. Be at the front of the castle by noon. You say your family's probably helped you get ready, and you are.
I look dapper right now.
You look probably a little bit overdressed, actually, for not knowing what you're being summoned for.
Alright, got it.
Yes.
So like full makeup?
I mean, maybe if you have like a couple blemishes you want to hide, sure, or whatever your character
Nah, he looks
usually
good
wears.
naturally, he's good.
Mm.
He's good.
Alright.
Perfect skin.
Alright. Runda.
Yeah.
You surprisingly also is probably known for at least a couple days. Not as long as Revelo has, but definitely longer than everybody else has. You didn't receive your letter directly, but since you are technically a ward of the church because they felt bad for accidentally kidnapping you as a child.
I thought it was only a week ago.
No, it's been at least a good few years.
Huh.
Because you've grown up there for a good bit of your life at this point.
Huh.
It was delivered to the church, to the head priest, Hellman, Father Hellman, who was directed to give it to you. So when he called for you to come in, he hands it to you, but you do notice that it's already been opened. So he hands it to you like, here. Someone came by and directed me to give this to you directly from the castle.
Why open?
I'm a curious man.
But isn't that illegal?
To the church.
I'm.
Guards busted the review.
Go to the meeting.
I mean, perhaps if it was malicious, but I wouldn't say in this instance it would be illegal.
I don't know. I'm just imagining I'm just towering over him.
Like, Father Hellman, he is a human with golden hair, but it is graying, so he has like several like streaks.
He's one of your guardians, so it's not illegal for him to do that.
Technically, yeah. He has blue eyes, but they have been dulling as of recently, just due to age in general. Wrinkles. He's old man, head of the church.
Yeah.
The Pope.
No.
Well, not anymore.
So he gives it to you. So you open it, you read it. It's directed to you, actually.
Neat.
Same information as everybody else. Come to the castle gates by noon. At the specified date and time. So noon. That's when you got it. We'll actually come to you later, JD. You don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that.
Oh yeah.
What?
I want to see how my cat would do.
Yeah.
Think like, oh, okay. Grabs it and just starts walking to the castle.
On the day that you
Like a cannon.
are supposed to, yes, because you received your letter a few days in advance.
Put that away.
I was trying to check, I got a buzz.
Yeah.
Not even trying to look fancy or anything. Just like in my normal attire with like my armor and all that. Just rolling.
Alright. While you're, the day that you are supposed to ride the castle, when you are rolling through district, you hear a few like highs, hellos. They're quick. Usually you don't even have the time to respond back because you're just going.
Going, but somewhat slow because my dash speed is 40.
You're quicker when you roll instead of roll.
Yeah, that's when I dash, I roll.
Yes. What was that?
Nothing.
Shut up. No.
Nothing. Absolutely.
I can't
Don't
shut
worry
up. I'm
about
at the end.
Keep talking.
I
You're not shut up and roll.
have to. Yeah. All you guys. I forgot I came up with that name.
Yeah, you did come up with
I did.
You did come up
It
with
was
that.
stuck
That's a
in my
really good
head,
name.
and then I said, "Thank you." All right. All this is gonna coalesce. You're on your way. You've left. You're about midway through the city. You are roughly where the market square is. A big open area. All cobblestone ground. There is a focal point in the center with a big fountain. That there are multiple like mini stages, probably about the length of this table, circling around it at about an even interval. Some are empty. Some have people performing like little tricks, like a magician with not actual magic, but you know the classic like rabbit out of a hat.
Is this your car?
Some people are performing music or dancing.
I could do a cartridge.
So you're just going, you're taking a quick glance around, but would you perhaps either walk around, check before you head to the castle, or would you just head straight through?
I'm going to pull out my guitar and I'm going to start stringing along as I walk towards the castle.
You're like, I'm not sticking around for this, but I'll play along for a bit.
I'm going to play along, I'm going to play some tunes here or there, and as I relax, and I'm not too stressed.
You see a tiefling, not a tiefling, a halfling with about like tan skin, dark hair, playing a lute. Not speak, but kind of like give a nod of recognition, like, hey, nice.
I said it first.
I said it louder.
Did you want me to roll the performance for...
Roll performance, but I'd say you have advantage because you are experienced with your instrument.
You got this. See what happens. Just get you that once.
Not much to roll.
Oh my god.
What you get?
I got a...
What are you rolling for?
That's nuts.
He's wrong.
Just like,
17.
All right, you
They've been treating you so
pretty
far.
good
I've got
performance.
that nice.
You,
Quite often.
I mean, you play for yourself often.
It is quick.
There's not.
I have to play to make stuff so I can sell.
Yeah.
So...
You're more on the selling side than like the actual performing for a crowd side as of lately. So some people cheer, a couple people toss like a few silver coins towards you. You catch them in your free hand while you're playing. You gain 5 silver pieces from performing. However, you are probably, let's see, you're walking backwards while you're doing it, so you're like looking up the Tano. While you are walking backwards, why are you looking at me like that? You bump into, we're gonna roll for this.
Enter counter roll.
Let's hope you don't bump into me because you'd be steamrolled.
He'd hear you coming.
True.
And you probably wouldn't roll right through the market square, so.
Like if it's a quick path, I would go like. There would be a path.
Anyways,
of
I rolled
me.
a 4, so while you are walking backwards, you bump into the actually no, you're 6 feet tall, right? You bump into the side of Revelo while he is walking through on his way to the castle. Encounter.
Hey, Revelo. Fuck are you?
Would you know him by name?
No, I'm just trying to get his attention.
How would you know his name?
Name
then?
I
tag.
was trying to get his attention.
Oh.
Like actual
So-
person intent.
Actual
like,
person attention.
All right.
Out of character.
So
And
yeah,
just say my name.
yeah, he's
That's
playing.
crazy work.
What exactly is your instrument again?
It's a guitar.
All right, he's playing his guitar. He's kind of walking
It's the
backwards.
legitimate of an axe.
Right.
It's Marcy's
Okay.
thing.
And while he's walking backwards,
Yeah.
he bumps inside of you while you're both heading to the castle.
You
do-
do,
walk
where
where
you
you
going?
going? On himself.
You're not there yet.
My bad. Sorry. Yeah. Watch where you're going next time, or I will beat you up.
Dude, you got all bedazzled and
Hey,
everything.
nerd! No, he's like overly dressed for the occasion too.
Like-
you bump into basically.
I think it's like applying makeup
Well-
or something.
He's not, no.
I see you're very dressed up today.
Yes, and I see that you're a bard.
Whoa! Why does he say it like that?
I'm sorry. I'm just playing this for the fun of things. Who
Mhm.
are you?
Oh, you don't know me?
No.
I'm sorry. I've traveled everywhere. I've known a lot of things.
Mhm.
I've even dined with other nobles. But you haven't been brought up.
Probably
I'm sorry.
not. I'm the third son of a count of the Knight family.
Oh.
Yeah, third son of a Knight, so you know, spoiled.
Yeah, well, nice to meet you. I am sorry for bumping into you.
Oh, no problem. I just like playing up the shark sometimes.
Ah.
Why? So which direction are you heading?
Oh, I'm heading towards the castle right now. Where are you going?
Me too.
Oh, nice. Would you like to enjoy what? Let me rephrase this. May I travel with you towards the castle?
You are more than welcome to accompany me.
Ah, thank you. Do you mind if I keep playing? It helps
Go
calm
ahead.
things.
Go ahead.
Third child, son
Inbred.
Useless third kid. Almost like a third act.
Start doing the siren song in Hades 2.
Not even
yeah.
So,
I know what song
Third
that is.
born like the
so
third act.
Captain
Not even
Jay
get to make the
and
pact.
Revelo are now traveling together towards the castle. As they leave the more open area of the market, they start going through the roads of the more established and permanent buildings. It's about, say, spring season. Yeah.
I rolled a 19 to continue playing.
Alright. You continue to get occasionally thrown a silver piece or two there.
Throw that money
People
at
are
me.
already kind of looking your way occasionally because, well, he's overly dressed and family's well known. So you kind of get attention where you are no matter what.
Oh yeah, I know, and I love the attention.
Noted. So you are occasionally thrown up silver, copper, as you get towards the more districts where the more rich people live. You're even thrown like a piece of gold or two, but not like maybe 2 pieces of gold. Maximum. Yeah, write that down. This is canon. Write that down.
This is canon.
This is canon.
Canon.
No, this is canon.
That's a gun.
On your way there, you hear a slight rumbling.
Slight.
A slight rumbling.
Convert my tracks.
Yeah, for now, y'all's paths haven't quite intersected yet. That's not for a bit.
Somebody mistaken grass as
And
coins. So they
It's
throw
coming
those.
from behind you, and it's steadily getting louder. And you look behind just in time to see what looks like a giant ball of stone and crystal.
Yeah, because like instead of like hail, I have like
Yes.
gemstone hail that's like green. Like it pretty much looks like I pretty much have emeralds and sapphires on my body, and it looks like I have fake hail.
So-
I have a question
How many
about that. Do you
copper
deal
pieces
damage
do
if
you
you roll to people?
I can't do a bonus action attack if I do that.
Okay, I'm
Does
shooting
your
your
hair grow out?
Maybe under the right conditions, but normally no.
He's gotta get the haircut from Bragg, bro. We're doing a low take.
So,
Well, it would need to be it would need to meet the conditions for them to grow.
Could your remote hair have waves?
could you style? Could you put a do-rag on?
Could you wear it?
Can we turn this into an afro?
How can we do this?
Alright,
We get
so
like disco outfits on and we just
Yeah, just put like a beam of light
he
in his hair.
becomes the disco ball.
They find a way to hang me upside down.
He's the Guilty Gear Stripe thing where everybody just gets an afro for no reason.
Alright,
We'll just cast
so,
light gadgets.
Rebelo and Captain J.
Mm-hmm.
You turn around right as a giant ball of what looks like stone, emeralds, and sapphires comes around the bend. You can't see anybody controlling it, but it seems to know exactly where it's going. And you're about going 40
feet.
It's about 20 feet away from you at this point. You can either use the dodge, you can try to stop, or
I have a
you
better
guys
idea.
can try and stop it.
I have a better idea.
Slam into them.
I'm going
to dodge.
Pull
You're
my.
gonna dodge, okay?
I'm going to pull my hammer out
Yeah.
and hit the ground, trying to fly over them.
Trying to fly over them is
Like,
Or like getting over it.
Hopscotch.
Yeah,
So you're
right.
ready to commit more property damage.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
amount of structural damage we've done
He-
this
he
session
helps-
is not
he-
enormous.
The amount of
Help.
tiles you have ripped out.
I help out. Yeah.
you help regularly with like manual labor, so
Will
you'll
this
just come back
campaign
later and
be
help
us
fix
paying
it.
off your damage? The damage.
They're never gonna find out it's me.
You know, I'm an artificer.
All right.
I was never good at roofing.
So you can roll the dodge. You're rolling to try and do the hammer thing. And what are you rolling to try and do, Rebelo?
I'm just going to stare at it.
Like a
like
deer
a-
in headlights.
Unfazed. No, he's just looking at it.
Okay, let's
I rolled a
look at.
19 to dodge the last moment.
Okay.
So would it be acrobatics, athletics?
I would probably say acrobatics.
Okay. I need
My
to.
acrobatics or athletics.
What's your dexterity?
I mean, you're rolling to dodge.
I need to check my tool and see if I get advantage on those.
Okay.
Probably acrobatics.
No. Okay, so. That
Sorry, they're just sitting there, but I hope you introduce the
Oh, I'm
character.
going through my spell
That would be an
Okay.
18 to just go
18.
boing over them with my hammer.
Alright,
18 to dodge out of the
18
way.
dodge, and you got 19 to dodge.
Basically, only if he's about to hit me.
He gets pretty darn close. Rebelo kind of just goes to the side, real quick, and right, not exactly where you were standing, but pretty darn close to where you're standing, to kind of just, he would have flown over you if you didn't dodge, but it would have been a real close call. You also dodge out of the way. You stumble a bit over the lip to get onto the sidewalk, and both of you see him go by. You realize, oh, that's not a giant ball of stone. That's
a man.
that is
That's a whole dude.
that
Hold on.
that is a whole dude. And you see, in his, what type of clothes do you wear?
Right now I'd be wearing like my normal armor and all that. I just wear that normally, so I have chainmail on.
All right. You have a back pocket or something?
It would be
inventory.
if it's yeah, like
Alright.
some place to hold
All
shit.
right.
Yeah.
You see both of you.
Well, if I'm carrying stuff, it would most like be in the center of my ball thing.
So it just spills out when you get out.
Roll for investigation, Rebelo and Capital J.
Well, when I'm in my ball, I can just hold stuff there.
Yeah.
That's how I
I
was
think
able
it'd be
to.
funny if you crash, just like if someone comes
Well.
upon your body and
Well,
it's just like
okay.
everything.
If I'm not just boom into the wall.
Yeah.
If the wall was stronger than me.
Captain J.
Give me a second.
Alright.
Just gotta check his skill.
Wait, this guy.
Right.
Take
13.
forever. 13. Alright. It was really difficult to see, but you see as he is kind of just flying over you two, when he lands, you see sticking out of a pocket
Somewhere.
an envelope that looks basically exactly like the one that both of you have is sticking out. So you know now that he is also heading directly towards the castle for the same reason.
Okay. We're gonna have an interesting crowd.
What do they think?
I don't think they are.
It'll be entertaining one way or
I'm
another.
gonna roll to continue playing as all this is happening.
All right. You don't have advantage this time. You just regular roll.
Oh wow.
13.
All right. You are a little, let's say frazzled, I guess.
The whole thing went over.
Yes. You were kind of close to being
A flawed
at least
pancake.
ran over, essentially.
Cars don't
So-
really exist, and you almost got hit by one.
That's some crazy stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking for the map.
I'm close.
So you're not getting money occasionally thrown at you like you were before, but you are getting people who, as I was saying, your little frazzle from almost being run over turned into a frog, a very rainbow frog pancake. You're no longer getting money and coins tossed your way, but instead, there are still people who, turn their heads to watch that are walking down the way. People who are maybe even looking out of a window because they hear
That's the small one.
music. So, you're still getting attention, but not nearly as much as you were before. Now, before we cut to Dominic and whatever his spider creature is doing right now, we are going to cut to. Don't smile at me like that. We are going to cut to
Here's a big one.
Reggie. Reggie is currently in the forge.
Yes.
You didn't even get an envelope.
Nope.
You're already in the castle. There's
No need.
actually one wasn't delivered directly to your house, but to keep up formalities and to just
I was trying to find a good way to
keep up formalities. Yeah. You are currently in the forge, working on whatever your latest project is.
Probably like a crossbow.
Okay.
Working on the crossbow.
Like crossbow, yeah.
When
Or yeah, I'll work on the little magnetizing weapon recall. That's what I was working on. Probably my
you're
jacket
that.
tied around my waist at this point.
Yes. You're probably wearing whatever proper PPE is required for what you're doing.
Literally, I'm just wearing a white beater jeans. My jacket is tied around my waist.
Yeah.
Like once I have my goggles and my shoulders.
Alright.
My boots.
Would you say in the middle of doing whatever you're doing, it's maybe just a tad difficult to hear, or can you hear perfectly
I'd say
fine?
it's midday, so that means our forge is probably in full production, given the fact about that. So it's probably really loud.
Alright. Yeah. You are working on your crossbow, you said.
Yeah, I'm working on my crossbow and I'm working on my weapon recall.
You're working on it. It's a tad difficult to hear, but then you hear
What?
Alright, you turn to see.
Peak is here.
You turn to see Flame On. It's in the forge area.
Yeah.
He's
He's hiding.
visibly just quivering just a little bit because he didn't want to be over here, man. He just wanted to be in the design area away from the forge. He is holding an envelope and he's like, somebody came by and said to give this to you.
Carrying like a fully fiery
So-
metallic thing. And I'm like walking over and he with my gloves on. It's like orange and red hot, and I'm just like,
Just take it, man. Okay, bye. And he gone.
Bar.
Gone. Takes it.
Oh, is this what the prince was talking about? Oh my god.
Yes, you were.
Man, I don't care much about this. I gotta see the king anyway.
Yeah, you were informed at least a couple days ago that you would receive a
I
letter.
start grabbing and carrying as much as I possibly can of my inventions out.
The southern string.
It's almost noon. You have about 10 minutes to get up
I'll
there.
be fashionable. I got my stuff.
All right.
I'll be fashionable.
Um.
I'm full of grease.
All right. Now.
He trips out.
It's grease everywhere. We keep our floors clean. This is OSHA certified.
OSHA certified.
OSHA
doesn't
indeed.
exist.
I was
No.
gonna say this is my campaign. It can't exist.
That's
Yeah.
the point, actually.
OSHA every now and goes to the
God, what you're saying? Does OSHA exist?
Or do we just try to make this place look good?
And if OSHA does exist, are the inspectors actually good at their job?
What does OSHA stand for?
What's OSHA? Why would it exist in this one?
I don't know what
Let's not even figure out the acronym.
Nope, this is more funny.
Yeah, this is
more
funny
funny.
because of us. Because we
On-site homeowner association.
No.
I think I know what it is.
Me and him both machined metal.
Office of
Yeah.
Security, safety and
Say,
health. No, it's oh God, I had it and I lost
Some
it.
health
Office
association.
Safety and health
it's
association.
whatever.
Yes.
It's OSHA.
Okay.
No one really
But-
likes them.
Let's just say OSHA does exist, but it's not called OSHA.
Alright,
Let's go with that.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Minutes to gather what you want to bring with you, clean up if you decide to,
Yeah.
etc., etc.
I grab as much as I can, and as soon as I'm like at a time where I can be fashionably late,
Yeah.
I go.
All right.
And
Now-
then I wait by the door because my mom's there.
All right. While you were doing that, you were already in the castle, so we will get back to you later. I just felt bad for it taking that long. All right. It's B.
We need like a
Uh,
metal top.
it is. Yeah.
Breaking all the
Okay.
shingles.
Your character's full name, I forget off the top of my head.
Brass.
Brass.
VA5.
Right.
Oh, you know mine?
BA5.
VA5 brass.
VA5
What
brass.
do they call them?
Got it. Okay. At the edge of where the Clear District, which is mainly merchants and more wealthy housing, exists, and Dawn Sprawl, which consists of large, like, swaths of, like, garden / open field, forest within the city. Kind of like, I forget what
Concrete jungles of New York City.
what it's called, but yeah, the big area in New York City where it's
Central
like
Park?
Central Park, thank you. Where it has like the trees and all of that.
Yes.
Yes, it's kind of like that but bigger.
Cool.
And the trees are a little bit more spread out. So right at the edge where Clear District and Dawn Sprawl meet, on the rooftops, people that live there hear it.
For like 2 seconds before it jumps off and breaks the
Yes.
shingle off.
A couple of shingles have fallen down. There is a clear
Path of
Shingles.
path of shingle
Hold
and
on.
roof destruction.
I see my shingles. I know I have to divert from the path, so I hop off and make it the rest of the way in the
All right,
alleyways.
you continue running like you were.
Not spider legs. I'm running like a normal
All right.
Oh,
Captain Jade Rebelo, while you are walking, you see some type of mechanical being jump from a fairly tall height, land perfectly fine. They run. Where did you put the
the
envelope? Because you
Joestar
brought it with you.
technique, bro.
I am holding it in my hands like.
In your
It is
hand,
full
you
grasp.
see the exact same type of envelope both of you are also holding. On
I
your person.
kind of feel overdressed for this.
No.
Oh
You
yeah,
feel
I'm wearing-
overdressed.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
You
wearing-
feel overdressed. Look at these
He is iced
fucking
out.
low life.
I just
Yeah,
that's why I'm
bro.
wearing like a dirty cloak,
Yeah, it's like fully
rags
faded.
of clothing. Like,
There's only been a fucking machine here.
Was
Yeah.
never do cutting consecutive.
I don't look like a machine. Ooh, you also don't know what that is.
But Brass, do you
It's a machine.
notice them? Because
I would know what a warforged is.
when you jump down, they're probably a bit of a distance to your right. Would you notice them and do anything, or would you just continue going to your left?
It's really up to you.
Up to you.
Let's go, man.
Do you acknowledge each other?
My character is currently displeased because he feels way over.
I do have 16 passive perception. Do I see them have like a...
Is it visible with how you're holding it, guys? The envelope?
No, mine's tucked away in
All right.
in
Mine's
one of
also
the
inside my
many
jacket.
big pockets that I have.
You don't see the envelopes, but you can roll perception.
Okay.
13. I'm really bad. Wow.
10.
You
Your eyeballs. I like to think like
Yeah.
you took your eyeballs out and like freshened or something in the clothes. You get like a dirt spot so you put it back in.
You can't tell where they're going exactly, but you can tell they're roughly heading in the same direction. You don't know if that's just in Dawnscrawl, the castle, or in the area behind the castle, Moonwind Gate. So you don't know. You just know all of you are roughly heading in the same direction.
I have to see the king.
Start singing.
I have to see the king. I have to see the king. I have to see the king.
It's pretty
I
far
have
up.
to look.
How fast do you run? What's your?
It's only 30 feet.
All right. So a bit of a decent ways ahead of you, there's also Runda, who you can kind of see like pretty far in the distance, since he is ahead of those two.
Yeah. And
Oh, so I'm not the only one causing property damage. Yeah!
I'm gonna re-roll for playing because
Your
it got
music
fun.
sounds like property
All right.
damage.
My lord.
I would like
Your music
that's
conveys
not
the property value.
It's like a guy going through with a loud car and just shooting up the middle of it to keep the property value low.
Alright, 17.
Alright, you're playing really good. However, since Dawnscrawl is less so of a place where people actually live and more so kind of
I'm
where
not
people
playing loud, I'm playing soft.
yeah, where people go to like hang out. You don't have any money tossed your way, but you are playing really good. You're back to how you were playing before you got stunned by Runda. Yes.
I would like to say before I like actually get into the castle, I will stop rolling
Yes.
and all that.
Because I mean, you're gonna have to wait and verify who you are before you're let in. Because
Yeah.
it's the castle. It's where they all live.
That's where the big boy lives.
Yes.
I just like to imagine like I just stop rolling I just roll and just stand up stopping.
Gotcha.
Like
Like
General
you-
Grievous when he's like crawling on the floor in Battlefront 2, and he just goes
Alright.
like.
So
That's how I expect your character to start moving.
So now we roughly got a timeline. Runda shows up there first.
Walking in the street.
Well, technically he's
I'm
Well,
so
since he's-
late.
For people that who are arriving,
at the castle. because he's also-
Runda shows up first. Shortly after, Brass does as well, kind of saddling up to, right next to them.
So
Greetings. That is a direction.
And a bit later, since it's a whole district of the city in not Runda, Revelo and Captain J appear about maybe 10 minutes or so later. Not 10, a bit later. All of you are surprisingly on time to when you were said to arrive.
so for
Ah, yes,
when
we
you go
are.
over.
Said
Oh, you're fine.
me. Yeah.
You at least tried to avoid us.
Ratatouille was
I
wrong.
hope.
Little chef.
Did I make it on time?
I mean,
What's the concept of time?
think so.
Who the hell are you?
No, I know.
He's not
Absolutely
here.
nothing. Not even here.
It takes a bit, but eventually a guard from one of the towers next to the front doors
I forgot that was upside down,
peeks
so I thought that
out,
was a dead zone.
notices you, acknowledges you, and then goes back to the castle. And then about 5 more minutes later, it is opened up. One guard standing for each door, and in the middle, you can tell a head guard.
choose a door. One
What
speaks the
is-
truth and one does not.
Hey, what's your mother's name?
My bad, let me find out the MP thing I got real quick.
So, and while I'm waiting, I'm
Yeah.
just kind of dusting
Right.
myself off.
Raya.
Right.
Right.
Seems like that would be.
Alright.
Raya.
I cast mending on all my clothing.
Okay.
Makes it look nice.
So,